Telepathy.
Telepathy.
Your favorite podcast on the internet.
With Enzo Antonio and Anna Catherine.
Hello, everyone, and welcome back to episode 112 of Telepathy. But this is actually a part 2 in a series, or episode 2 in our series called Normalized Addictions. Can we normalize being addicted to telepathy? Like just every Tuesday?
Yeah. No, I think that's like a totally valid addiction, as many of the ones that we're about to talk about, or like that we talk about in this series. They're not, or they're valid, but they're like, you know, everyone's trying to cut down on it. Whereas telepathy, there's no need to cut down on it. You know,
exactly.
What's
because the serving size is infinite. Every single Tuesday, we recommend that you be sat in your seat listening to telepathy or cleaning your room. You don't have to be sitting. Okay, where was that going? Anyways, episode 1 in this series, we did normalized caffeine addiction, so just coffee culture and all of that. But today, we're talking about the good old iPhone, the good old cell phone, the good old smartphone.
Yeah, not just iPhone. We don't want to be exclusive to...
I immediately said that and I was like, ooh.
Yeah, that was very...
politically incorrect.
Androidist.
Yes. Shout out to the Android users. I think.
I don't know. Who
That's
cares?
debatable. And I'm just, who cares, honestly? That's how I feel about Apple Music, too. Okay.
As we always do at the beginning of Telepathy, we start with our telepathy traditions and we do our icebreakers. So we're going to do the camp question first.
Yes.
I want to keep it on season theme, and Halloween is coming up.
Okay.
Halloween is coming up. So my question is, what is your favorite... Oh, sorry. I didn't even format it correctly. What's wrong with me? Name, age... Name, age, and what's your favorite like Halloween monster or like spooky creature?
Ooh, okay. Hi, I'm Enzo. I'm 18, and I'm going to have to go with a witch because there's Ursula, our favorite sea witch. There's Elphaba, our most beloved wicked witch. No shade to Nessa Rose, but the house got you good. What are some... Then there's like Hocus Pocus, those wishes. We love witches. We love the Sanderson sisters. So yeah, a witch. Wait, do you know the SNL clip? It's supposed to be Charlie XCX and Troye Sivan. And it's like, if you're a witch... Wait.
Oh,
because I'm a bitch and you're a witch. Wait, I don't get it. It's really funny.
Yeah. That's in the one where it's like someone's auditioning to be someone?
It's like one of the wicked SNL skits. But yes, what is yours?
Okay, yeah, I remember that one. My name's Anna. I'm 23. And I think, I didn't really think about this question before I asked it, but I think I'm going to have to go with a spider. Or no, actually a ghost. I love ghosts.
Oh,
or spiders. Spiders are cool too, but maybe ghosts.
Ghosts are just so cute. Cool. So cutesy in Snapchat. Yes, we love our little Snapchat ghost. Okay, moving on into our music and TV shoutouts, because we consume a lot of media every week and we need to keep you guys in the loop of what we're doing, what we're listening to.
Indeed.
So my music shoutouts, guys, Tame Impala's new album is so good. It's called Deadbeat, and you guys should listen to it. Yes, I've been playing it all week, and it's Deadbeat Fall. Like, that's just the soundtrack of fall. And I have to shout out My Old Ways, which is the album opener. I love an album intro when it's done right, and this was absolutely done right. It has the most infectious melody ever, and it flows seamlessly really well between the more acoustic voice memo recording a demo of a song vibe to the polished studio version, kind of like I Write the News by Declan McKenna. He kind of does the same thing. And then my second quick shout out is the song Jam, in all caps with an exclamation point, by Between Friends. They're a really good group, or I think they're a duo, but I want to listen to this full album because I think it's from an album that they released this year in August. So to me, editing this episode in a couple of days, make sure you listen to the album because you need to.
Yes.
Okay, that's all.
I used to listen to Between Friends a lot, and then I kind of like haven't in a while. So
I know they make really good music though. The bridge of this song, there's like a chord progression that scratches my brain in the best way possible.
Nice. My music shout out is this band / I think it's just one guy, I don't know, that I've been listening to recently. And the song is Automatic Love by Nourished by Time.
Ooh.
And I think I've shouted out a Nourished by Time song like a month or two ago, but he actually plays a show in Charlotte in about an hour and a half,
Run,
like 10 minutes
go.
from me.
That was your
I
time.
know. I'm like debating. I don't think I'm gonna go at this point. Because I only know a few of his songs. I do really like the ones that I've heard, but like it's also like literally in an hour and a half.
This is true.
And I don't know if I'm up for it tonight. I almost did, because I looked at this after I went to the Oracle Sisters concert last week. I was like immediately looking for more concerts, and I saw this and I was like, ooh, wait, maybe I'll go to that.
Yes.
But I don't know.
Perhaps, possibly.
Do you have any movie or TV shout outs from this week?
Yes, my film screening, of course, happened. And we watched Sunset Boulevard.
Yes.
And I really, really liked it.
I've been wanting to see that.
Yes, it was because we're learning about film noir and all of that. And Norma Desmond's character, obviously no spoilers, but definitely not a character you want to root for. However, she is iconic. And I can definitely see, my Letterboxd review was that Norma Desmond walked so Dee Allen could run. Like that sort of diva, very Meryl Streep-esque, even though I know this movie came before Meryl Streep, but it's so good. And I really liked it. So yeah, did I watch anything else? Oh, I did watch this weekend The World's a Little Blurry, Billie Eilish's documentary. And revisiting that has actually been so healing, because I used to be like emotionally attached to that documentary. I watched it maybe 6 or 7 times around the time when it came out, and it's so well done, and I just love Billie Eilish. And yeah, so that was really refreshing to watch. So yes.
Yes. I haven't watched any movies per se, but I started watching a new show with my boyfriend, Fallout. It's literally based on like a video game, but
Okay.
so I pictured it to be different than what it actually is. Like I pictured it to be like the animated video game style TV show, you know, where it's like animated or CGI, but it's actually like live action, and it's actually really good. From someone who never grew up really playing those types of video games. It's about like a nuclear fallout, and it's like trying to survive in like a nuclear wasteland. So it's actually really good. And that's it. Week recaps.
Yes. It's week 8 or 9 or something of a semester, and this past week I recorded our podcast. I recorded my YouTube video. I showed up to class. I did my assignments. I saw people, and that was pretty much it. Very much on autopilot / I'm getting really burned out, but that's fine. We're feeling the burnout a little bit, but that's normal for whatever week we're in. So yes, that is all. Yeah,
the closer you get to Thanksgiving, the more and more burnt out you get, and then that just makes the break like so much better.
Exactly. That's what I'm trying to remind myself. So yes, what about you? How was your week?
Also, I was going to ask you, what is your shirt?
Oh, it says, what does it say? Let me look in the mirror. It says Body by Mary. I actually thrifted this. There was like a Baywatch party or something, and I realized I didn't have a lot of red. So I went to the thrift store and I was like, I could see myself wearing this on other occasions too. So I was like, let me buy. It was like $5, and like she's comfortable. So yes.
And now here you are wearing it on another occasion. Yes. Look at that.
And if you're wondering, wait, what shirt are we looking at? Video episodes are available exclusively on YouTube and Spotify. Just putting that out there. But if you just want to listen to us too, that's fine.
That just reminded me that I didn't shout out the
Telepathy playlist.
So if you want to check out any of our songs that we shout out, say that you're really bad at spelling and you don't know how to search for the song, you can look for it in our handy dandy playlist.
Indeed.
So you can go to our Instagram at the Telepathy Pod. We have a highlight titled playlist, and that highlight has a link directly to our playlist, which is currently on Spotify, and you can listen to all of our wonderful song shoutouts because we have the best music taste of any podcaster duo ever on Spotify. So
yes,
just
our song shoutouts. The songs are very reflective of our week and what we're going through, which, speaking of, how was your week? What happened in your week?
Whoa.
Oh my gosh. That was just so natural and seamless.
My week's been good. Over the weekend, I went to the mountains, which was really fun. I went hiking. That's really it.
Love.
Yeah, it was like really nice fall weather. And like the trees were changing. And I also went to this like tea place in Asheville, and It's literally just like a tea shop, and you sit down and you order tea, and they like make it in front of you, and they like teach you how long to brew it and stuff, and like how to do it. It was really, 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 really good.
See.
That's really it. I went to work today. I'm gonna make dinner tonight. Usually I make dinner on Mondays, and it's kind of just a nice like beginning of the week. I've gotten like a lot more into cooking, or just like not dreading it. I feel like in college I would always kind of dread cooking because it's like, oh, it's like taking away from the time that I could be doing homework. But now, like, you know, working a 9 to 5, I don't have to do any work after work. So it's like, oh, I can actually take my time with cooking. So yes.
Exactly. Okay. Should we get into our topic for today?
Yes. So you can go.
Okay. I was going to say, you guys know we have to do it. We have to start off with the context. So when did you get your first phone, and what was your screen time like at first when you first got your phone? Like, how much were you using your phone? What were you using it for? Tell us the lore.
Right.
That rhymed.
I didn't get like a phone until 8th grade, but before that I had a phone that was deactivated and like lived on airplane mode basically.
Just an iPod with extra steps.
Right, exactly. And then I had an iPod for a bit. And on those I would just play games. Like, I feel like as a child, like, phones were exclusively for games. Mm-hmm. So I would play like Minecraft or like Doodle Jump or like those iconic games.
Temple Run, Minion Rush.
Temple Run or like Dragon Vale, like any of those games where you have a farm and you have to like collect things and upgrade. Yeah. My screen time as a kid, my mom literally gave me 30 minutes a day, which was actually crazy because it feels like a lot as a parent, but when you get on Minecraft, 30 minutes is like, you like blink and that's over. So I always was like frustrated with like how low my screen time was as a kid, and maybe I could like earn more by doing chores or something. And then I really, really wanted social media, and I think I was finally allowed to get like Snapchat and Instagram in like 7th grade or something. See, and then I got a phone.
That's when Carolina got it, so I'm assuming that it was around that time, because our parents were very much like,
I think me and Carolina got Instagram on like the same day.
Yeah, because like, well, if Anna's mom is doing that, then I guess you can, and vice versa.
Yeah. Exactly. I think I was like, Mom, Carolina just got Instagram. And my mom was like, all right, I guess you can get it.
Yeah.
But slowly over time, my phone went from being like entertainment to like exclusively like watching reels. Like, it's weird because, well, like I used to watch YouTube on my phone as a middle schooler or high schooler because like I didn't watch it on my computer. Well, actually, I watched it on a computer sometimes. But anyways, like, it's just weird because if you removed Reels from the phone and Reels didn't exist anymore, like, I don't think I would spend that much time.
Oh, I watched the first, like, 5 Instagram stories that pop up, and then I'm bored. I click off.
Yeah. Like, I'm trying to remember what I did on my phone, like, why my screen time was so high before Reels or Shorts or anything existed.
I know, but then I think about that and I'm like, I feel like,
I mean, it makes,
before then my screen time was in like the 3-hour range, and now 5 to 7. I was gonna say 6 to 7, but guys, don't do it.
No,
I hate it.
I won't do it. I won't
kidding.
do it. I've been unfortunately like getting into that recently. I don't know.
It's okay. It's okay.
But,
it's just the vernacular of the month.
So what was your background?
Okay, I got my first phone in 6th grade, which I feel like could be either
because you're the youngest child, so you get
second child,
sooner.
So I got it sooner, or just the fact that years had passed, and of course, phones continued to make their impact on society. So like everyone was getting them earlier. But yeah, I definitely originally used it for, I didn't play that many phone games, but I think I watched a lot of YouTube. And then I guess I had gotten Instagram in like 6th grade. So I already had it. Or wait, no, I got it in 5th grade. I had Instagram before I had a phone. So then when I got my phone, I just continued to use Instagram, YouTube. And then also that's when I got my start in GarageBand, which actually is like one of the good things to come out of getting a phone, I guess. But I think what really helped my screen time is the fact that the school that we went to didn't allow phones, and you could check it in the front office
that's
or
like
something.
crazy to think about that now. Yeah.
So my phone kind of was an iPod for a while because I would only use it at home because I wouldn't bring it to school. I would just leave it there. And then if I did have like basketball practice or rehearsal or something after school, I would just check it into the office that day. So that definitely helped me create a structure of when I could use my phone. But this is also crazy. When I first got a phone too, I lived on the iTunes app. That's like how I used Spotify before. And I had Spotify too, but I feel like Spotify wasn't as easy to find new music and there wasn't as many editorial playlists and stuff like that. So I would go on iTunes to find like the new releases and look at the charts and stuff like that. So,
yeah, like I didn't use Spotify until the end of my freshman year of high school, which is crazy.
Oh my gosh.
Like that's so weird to me. But I had it, like I had the plan, like my family had the plan for a while. Like my dad was using it and stuff. So I could have used it, but like it's so weird. But like for like in terms of this episode, I feel like we want to branch out a bit more about phones. Obviously, we talk so much about like short form content. That everything ends up being the fault of short form content. And we've probably worn out that topic. So
exactly.
We want to like talk more broad about like phones, all of the other impacts of phones, and just how like literally addicted to phones we are. Because personally, my phone is never out of my sight.
Honestly, same.
Like if I'm not on it, it's still in my sight. And actually, this is a problem I've realized recently is if I'm like waiting for someone to respond to a text from me, or if I just like want to be like available if like say my mom wants to call me or like someone texts me needing something, I've been like, wait, I should like totally turn my ringer on because I have my phone on silent. And it's funny because you'd think that it would be the opposite. You'd think that you would be on your phone more if your ringer was on because you'd constantly be hearing it ringing and going to check. But like I'm constantly checking my phone all the time, even if nobody's messaging me. So like I should turn my ringer on so that I can put my phone in another room, do stuff. And then like if I hear it beep, I'm like, oh, okay, now I can go look at it. That's just like something I've been thinking about.
Yeah, it's like I should do that. But then again, I feel like I kind of live for the dopamine rush that I get when I open my phone and there's a stack of notifications as opposed to checking it live. Or, you know, if I'm doing something else and I hear the sound of the ringer going off, I kind of count in my head, okay, I've gotten 4 text messages over this period of time. Whereas I can tap my phone and be like, oh, 5 different text messages.
Yeah, I know.
Like, oh, so many things I can respond to or so many things I could click on and do if there's like an email sent or whatever other notifications we're getting.
Literally, I can't let my phone out of my sight because I'm so invested in like if somebody is trying to contact me, like I want to be contactable. And it's almost bad because if I am away from my phone for like more than 10 minutes, I'm like, oh my gosh, what if like this other side of the country is getting bombed or like what if there's a major news? This is like very extreme.
This is a good
so
story.
Maybe this
you
is
should
like
say the story from the other day.
Because
I didn't fully know about this. Yes, I didn't know about this pop culture reference.
Oh, okay. So like the other day, someone that we knew from middle school got engaged.
Oh, I forgot that was the root of the story.
Yeah, it was like a really big deal because like we went to such a small school that like anything like that's very major.
Yeah, and we're aging and there's signs of it, aka people getting engaged.
And apparently you guys are aging too because you didn't understand this reference.
I did not know this. And normally I know the slang. This
is like a Twitter slang. So
but I love Stan Twitter. So I don't know. I'm just uncultured, I guess.
Okay, yeah, I guess so. I like immediately texted the group chat with Enzo, Carolina, and Kirk. I said they hit the Pentagon. And then I said this person got engaged. And all 3 of them thought that like the Pentagon was actually getting attacked.
It was 9 a.m.
And I was like, no, that's like Stan Twitter speak for like something major happened.
I was walking back from class. It was 9 in the morning and I checked my phone and I see that. And my first thought isn't to click on the group chat for more context or to see the second message. My first thought was opening Safari and searching up Pentagon attack and seeing where it came from. And I was like, oh my gosh. And then I read the other message and I was like, oh, so this didn't happen.
Oh my gosh. I feel so bad because then also my brother had his phone off for the whole day because he was at an event and he came back and turned it on and all the messages were sent in the wrong order. Oh. And he saw they hit the Pentagon and then he started freaking out too. He was like, did a major thing happen in the world while I was silent today? But anyways, all that to say, like, I'm worried that like if I'm not on my phone, I'm so disconnected from the world that I don't know if like someone needs me or if like, but like when would that ever be the case? You know, like it's like I'm waiting for like a once in a lifetime event that's like probably not going to happen from it, like exactly. From anyone.
And if it does happen, we'll see 7 missed calls, but there's not going to be one singular text that's like, hey, I'm pregnant. You know what I mean? Not that that's like the message that we're waiting on, but you know what I mean?
It could be. Who knows?
Maybe that's what's next.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't see the Pentagon coming, so it's fair
true.
game. When you check your phone, it could really be anything.
I mean, it could be these people from middle school getting pregnant.
Oh, wait, that did happen.
You know.
That this is true. Guys,
oh my gosh.
Why are people getting pregnant and getting engaged? Like,
now that's making... Okay, so I've only been thinking about the engagement in terms of our school growing up. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, no, I was just... Okay, yeah, I know what you're thinking now.
Guys, I feel bad. I was just excluding you from an inside joke, but it's more just like people that we grew up with are like getting engaged and having children.
And getting pregnant.
And it's like...
I was literally just gonna say, like, I wonder who the first person from our, you know, growing up in our school growing up is gonna get pregnant, and then I realized that literally happened like a week and a half ago.
I know,
but I wonder. I don't know who from my class though. Which I mean I can guess by like who's gotten engaged first.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, that's terrifying. I don't even want to think about that.
We're recording episode 111 of 112 of telepathy while you guys are making these big life changes and all these new stages and new chapters. Like, slow down. Oh my gosh. Are we not still 12 in a pandemic?
Yeah.
We're not. But
anyways, I feel like the topic we were talking about a few minutes ago is a good transition into like the fact that our parents grew up like not being so connected and like knowing everything that's happening all at once. Like,
so different.
If our parents wanted to like contact someone, they'd to like literally call them.
I know. And I feel like people always give the parents a hard time because they're always hating on that damn phone and all of that. But I am trying to think, if I used a paper map and called my friend once a week on like a landline phone or whatever they had back then, I feel like seeing this current generation, I feel like I'm using all of like the annoying buzzwords, but I feel like I'd be so shocked. Like, that's a crazy difference.
Also, like when you're on your phone, like really sucked into it, you're kind of, you can be aware that like, yeah, you're just sitting there on your phone. But if you watch someone sit on their phone, if someone's sitting next to you on their phone and you're just watching them scroll, even after like 2 minutes, it becomes like,
it looks weird, or
like,
it's kind of like, what's going on in your brain? Yeah,
what are we doing here? Yeah. It's like, well, what are we doing here? Whereas then, like, but then I've, like, sat for hours on my phone. So, like, it's kind of, like, scary to actually, like, watch it from the outside and be like, wait, is that really what I look like for 4 hours?
Exactly. And I think a Victorian child truly would be sent into a coma if they just randomly came to 2025, because imagine how it would look without knowing, like, the historical and technological context. But you see somebody with a small little device, pick it up, tap on it, and then like smile and laugh and like react to this little box. Like that looks so goofy, I can imagine. It looks super funny from the outside seeing phone addiction in real time. And this is when we can get into why it's an addiction and what characteristics of phone usage makes it mirror an addiction. That was a lot for me to say. But even if you think at a party or like a big group of people are dancing or something in a certain area, and then there's an area of couches and you see people there like sitting on their phones, it's almost similar to like a cigarette lounge or something, because people are going to a specific place to tend to their addiction, I guess. So like in a cigarette lounge, you go there to smoke. But it's almost like
that was so.
You know what I mean?
I've never thought about that before.
Like a phone usage lounge. You go over to the couch and everyone's sitting there on their phone, checking up on their updates and stuff. Like it kind of is. It does mirror an addiction and those characteristics.
I just looked up on ChatGPT just like what are signs that a phone is an addiction.
AI is an addiction. That can be our next episode.
Well, yeah, not for me yet. Luckily, let's not
do that. Okay.
See, like AI, I'm still at a place where I can cut it out, and I still don't feel. I only use it for certain things because I also don't want to just spam ChatGPT all day.
Truth.
Hold on, I'm like currently reading
You're
this
cooking.
too.
We're seeing this in real time. Sorry, go.
Yes. No, you're good. Using it to self-medicate. This one I wanted to talk about because I definitely am guilty of this. So this says you turn to the phone instantly when bored, sad, uncomfortable, or stressed. Instead of tolerating the feeling, your phone becomes the default coping tool. And I feel like I am very guilty of this. I feel like whenever I feel a negative emotion, my first reaction is to go lay in my bed and start scrolling on my phone. And if I'm feeling a really negative emotion and say I like don't have Instagram downloaded that day because I try to not have it downloaded all the time. If I'm feeling a really negative emotion, sometimes I'll like go get in my bed and like download Instagram. And it's like, it's like, I hate that I do that. Like that's insane. And also like, I'm not gonna get better at processing negative emotions if I just go straight to like scrolling and block it out. Because as soon as you start scrolling, you block out your current emotions and just like start thinking about what you're watching. So it's like, I'm never actually dealing with the emotion.
And most of the time, what you're watching isn't good. Like Instagram can be very negative.
Yeah. So it could just make it worse. And like, there's so many better things I could be doing. I could be like, I don't know, I could like meditate. I could like, I can't think of the last time I've just sat in silence for 10 minutes and looked into space.
Yeah.
Without checking anything. I guess maybe like the only time I really unplug is if I'm on like a hike or like actively doing something in nature.
Yes.
Because I feel like if I go on a walk or a hike, I'm like, okay, I'm putting my phone away and I'm not going to check it till I get back to the car. Everywhere else, I'm checking it. Like if I'm at a restaurant, I'm not on my phone really like in front of my friends, but like I might check it and I might like have to respond to a text or something.
Exactly. So using your phone to cope, that definitely fulfills the self-medicating characteristic of an addiction. What else do we have on the list?
Okay, this one's interesting. Interference with life. And you might not think that your phone is really interfering with your life because it's still, to me, it feels like it's just a part of your life or like a thing that fills free time. But this says, like, if you really think about it, like your sleep can suffer because of late night scrolling. Like you might be up really late and keep saying like, okay, just like one more video or like 10 more minutes. And then before you know it, it's like 3 a.m. And then you ruin your whole next day because you're so tired. You delay work, school, or chores due to your phone. That's honestly kind of true. Sometimes I'm late to work because, it's mainly because I can't get out of bed because I'm really bad at getting out of bed in the morning. But I also go on Reels while I'm trying to get out of bed. Exactly. So that probably delays it a bit. It also says meals, conversations, or events are interrupted because you can't stop checking. Okay, this kind of goes back to what I was just saying. I really try to like not do that because I really admire people who, and I think I am someone who like tries to be off their phone when they're around friends. And if I do have to respond to a text like during a conversation with someone, I usually am like, okay, sorry, I just have to like respond to this text real quick. I don't like do it while pretending to pay attention. Like I'll literally tell the person like, sorry, I just really have to respond to this. Like, give me 1 second.
Is, sorry, I promise I'm not a screenager. I just have to respond to my mom or something. That's always like my line, I feel like.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I feel like people our age are pretty good at that. Like, I feel like, well, I guess, I mean, we're 2 different ages, but like, at least my age group, I feel like is pretty good about like being present in the moment. I feel like my age group is very like prioritizes like presence.
I think we've also gotten good at multitasking though. Like I can respond to a text and respond to a friend like at the table and not make one feel neglected in theory.
That's so true. I'm also like really good at typing.
But not in theory.
Yeah. I'm also like really good at typing and I can literally like cross the road while sending a text because I don't even have to look down at my phone because I'm like, I'm really good at typing.
Wait, quick story time from today though. This is crazy. So I was going through my TikTok drafts while walking to my music class, which if that doesn't tell you everything you need to know, that I need constant stimulation. So it was super bright out because the sun was out. So I could barely see my phone, but I was going through my TikTok drafts and I like clicked on a little preview and instead of putting like the back to drafts option, I accidentally posted a video of me singing Forever from Shrek the Musical. And it was public for a total of 7 seconds before I immediately put it back on private. But
I thought you were going to say 7 hours.
No, if somebody refreshed their phone at the exact same time and that managed to pop up, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. And also that being said,
that's awesome.
Typically, when it comes to Shrek, I want to be Donkey, but the dragon is really cool too, and I vibe with the dragon, so that's why I was singing that song. I feel like
you're so the dragon.
Thanks.
Like your eyelashes tell it all. And she has really hooded eyelids, and you have really hooded eyelids.
Yes.
Or not hooded, sorry. I don't mean hooded. I mean, not hooded.
Like narrow eyelids?
Deep.
Or deep.
No, you have like deep set eyelids.
Oh.
And she has deep set eyelids.
Which is why eyeshadow doesn't
You should be her for Halloween.
I could always add another costume. Don't give me ideas.
What are you being for Halloween?
Morticia, Mermaid, and Karen from Mean Girls.
Oh my gosh.
Guys, awesome. I think everyone's being a mermaid this year, but let me just say, I have a mermaid tattoo, so therefore I'm not just a trend follower. I actually am one of the leaders, one of the pioneers. So thank you. Yeah. Thank you guys.
No, you are. You came out of the womb like knowing that you were going to be a mermaid in Halloween of 2025.
I came out of the womb a mermaid. One more level up. Yeah. So thank you.
I'm going to be Alice in Wonderland this year for Halloween. Alice from Alice in Wonderland. And because my work is doing a trunk or treat and my team's theme is Alice in Wonderland. And so I was like, I'll just dress up as her and then I'll dress up for her on actual Halloween as well. So I'm really excited.
Yes. Back to it. I say this as I'm responding to my roommate on my computer.
Oh my gosh. You're literally like,
the point. But also she was saying that she needs to grab a towel. So I was like, you're good to come in whenever. Like I'm just on my side of the room recording. So yeah.
Okay, another good one is rebound guilt and attempts to quit. So you tell yourself after scrolling, oh my gosh, I wasted so much time. And then you try to cut back but repeatedly fail or relapse. I'm definitely guilty of this. You could make fun of me for re-downloading and downloading and deleting and then re-downloading Instagram over and over. But like, at least it's not on my phone all the time.
Your screen time is probably better than mine. So I will say I have had notifications off for Instagram for like literally 2 years, and it helps so much. It's also a good excuse because I don't like DMing people as like the main form of communication. Like I like DMs for story replies and stuff like that, but I love iMessage and texting and stuff. So I feel like it is not a good excuse, but I just tell people like I literally have notifications off for Instagram. I will not see your DM.
I've always
had
Yeah. No, I've always had Instagram notifications off. Unfortunately, Instagram is it's just the dopamine of like going on and seeing what's new.
And also when I
It's so
post too,
bad.
I don't need a notification of who likes and who comments because then I will be tapping my phone every 5 seconds. We don't need to know that. Protect your
Yeah.
peace. It goes into last week's episode.
Oh my gosh, yes. I have completely cut out TikTok, which is really great because that would take up so much of my time. I've been I think I've been like a year and a half TikTok free, which is crazy.
Yay.
Which is
Not
crazy
same,
that
but
I
yay.
count that. It's crazy that I count my TikTok freedom as like literally being free from like
Sobriety.
it feels like it feels like I'm saying like I've been sober for a year and a half.
Exactly. I guess also, wait, how many more on the list do we have?
There's 6, but I wasn't gonna necessarily read all of them.
Okay, because I was going to say, since we referenced the Protecting Your Peace episode, one of the other episodes we could reference that we did recently, and I feel like we didn't talk a lot about this in the episodes, so this could be a really good chance, but small talk, because I think that my phone plays a huge role in that, and it's like we can never let things get awkward, because if I'm like standing around maybe like waiting for somebody, and there's somebody else there that I don't know as well, that's kind of a weird hypothetical example, but maybe we'll talk a little bit, but to kind of give the impression that, oh, I'm awkward right now and I don't know what to say, I will open my phone. There is nothing on Instagram to see. Nobody texted me. Yeah, I will still open all of those apps and scroll around and click around.
I feel like it's always at those moments where you need to look busy on your phone that nobody's texting you. There's nothing new on Instagram. And like you'll just be like swiping between your home pages on your phone and it's like so awkward.
My go-to is YouTube Studio. I will fully just go through my analytics all of a sudden. It's like, we don't need to do this. We don't need to do this.
And isn't that crazy that like people, like literally people don't meet each other in person anymore, whether it's like friends or romantically, because people used to, like in the 90s, people used to like strike up a conversation with the person next to them in line.
Yeah.
And like maybe that's like your soulmate or something, but like not anymore.
Exactly.
You know, like,
and also weird people have always existed. Let's set that record straight. But I think also now people are just weird. Like you go out and if somebody's trying to talk to you, it's never in like a gentleman kind of way or a sweet flirty way. It's always in an objectifying or overly sexual way or something like that. Maybe that's just my experience, but
I think that makes sense because it's almost like the only reason now to talk to someone in public is if you're being like a creep. Like,
yeah.
Like, because, and you immediately know someone's a creep if they try to start talking to you in public because nobody talks to people innocently in public anymore.
Exactly. If somebody says, "Can I have your number?" It's never to like actually call you and text you. It's always to just, after that 10 p.m. mark is hit, then it's, "What are you doing?" or "What's up?" And then it's asking for pictures. And yeah. So guys, we can't have anything anymore. Honestly, that's the moral of the story.
It's just so crazy the amount of like dopamine that's in your phone that it's like I don't think I'll ever be able to be fully free from it, which is really sad unless I got like a flip phone. But I don't know if I could ever do that.
See, I would just romanticize it and use it as an aesthetic. And then before we know it, I'm like taking 0.5s on my iPhone of me using a bedazzled flip phone.
No.
Because I'm like, I'm so Addison Rae. Like, shut up.
Literally. So it's like, I don't know. I really don't think I'm ever going to fully be able to break it. It's as sad as it is, unless I literally get rid of my phone. But like, I don't know. My job just doesn't like, I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to be a creative and not have access to like, which is weird because the most creative people in all of the world were people who existed before phones did. So
definitely.
Now it's like, but I don't know.
And
I'm in graphic design and advertising.
There was a time where I didn't have TikTok for a year and a half. And it's not that I was missing out on a ton, but I will say fun little trends and even something like 6'7", it is kind of fun because I feel like it does bring people together that typically wouldn't interact. Like, in a class or something, for example, if somebody says 6'7", you have everybody laughing, or not everybody laughing, but
Yeah.
everyone's kind of like, oh, we know the joke. So it kind of, I don't really like brings our generation together, because I think that that's giving phone usage the benefit of the doubt. But it is kind of cool that at least if we're going to use these devices for 6 or 7 hours a day, then at least we're all doing it.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny.
I was just caught. But it's like, at least we're all doing it. No, that's not true. But like, how embarrassing would it be if nobody else used their phone and you were just like at a party and you were like, sorry guys, I'm going to go away for a second. You go to the bathroom to check your phone. Like, that literally is the equivalent of like a substance.
Yeah, like going to take a cigarette break. Yeah.
Also, my camera's blinking for some reason, but I have another one charged. I think I swapped the wrong battery. So if you have something to say, you can talk while I...
Okay, cool. Yeah, I was going to say a few things. One, I was going to say, like, yeah, it is funny how, like, I feel like for our whole growing up life, we've seen that type of style of trend where everyone knows it. And, like, I know that back before smartphones, there were, like, trends or there were, like, slang, but it was more, like, everyone knew about it because maybe it was in the magazines. Like, maybe in the 80s, everyone wore leg warmers because all the magazines and TV shows had it. And that was, and these trends moved a lot slower, like, and they lasted a lot longer, which I don't even know if we've done an episode about micro trends, but that would be really interesting. I feel like we might have, but I don't remember. But I mean, we grew up, the first one I remember is like 21. Like, we grew up starting like learning trends that everyone in the world knew. And it's like rare to find someone that doesn't know the reference to like some of these things because it's just like so widespread. And I also wanted to talk about like the thing that turns me away from having from getting like a flip phone or like a dumb phone would be just like there's some apps that feel like a necessity to me, but I think it's because I don't know anything else. Like I don't know a world without some of these apps. Like, for example, like navigation apps. Like, we've grown up our whole life only knowing how to navigate with, Siri telling you which way to turn. And I mean, I could use a map if I really, really needed to. Like, maybe. I think I could. If my life depended on it, I could use a map. But, like, it's crazy that our parents, that was just normal. Like, they would go on a road trip and their friends would have to give them the instructions that's like, turn when you see this red house and then turn on this street and then take this highway number up to this exit. It's almost like you really had to use your brain more because nowadays, like, I can completely zone out when I'm driving. And I mean, not like zone out. I mean, like, think about something else. I'm not zoning out while driving, don't worry. But like, I can just fully trust my phone to take me to where I'm going. I think that's what it is. I think I trust my phone for too many things, which I don't know if I can ever break from that because it's all I know and it's all most of us our age know. But like, I would love to try an experiment of like, I think the YouTuber Matt Diavella does a lot of these types of videos. Like he did going with a smartphone for a month or for 30 days. It would be a fun challenge, but there's just some things. Also, like messages. Like if I didn't have text messages, it's like I literally have to call people, and I don't really like calling people. You had your AirPods in for all that, right? Like you could hear.
I heard all of that, and
you were like listening to telepathy. Everything. You're like, that was one of your first times listening to telepathy as a fresh listener.
Exactly. But yeah, speaking of, I edited the episode today, and so telepathy has become my reality because we're recording and I edited, so there's so much telepathy going around. But yes, no, I agree with all of this. I think that's kind of the next thing we should talk about is, okay, so we decided it is an addiction and it's normalized. What are we going to do about that? Like, how do you want to change your phone usage?
I'm starting to get like kind of hopeless about it, which is terrible. Like, I truly think that I'm just going to go through cycles for the rest of my life of like using my phone and not using my phone. And the past month, I think I've been on my phone way too much. And I've really been yearning for some hobbies recently. So like I'm gonna try to really start getting back into reading. I really want to start getting into writing. I want to start just making art a lot more. Like my friend and I were texting this morning because he just started his job after college, and he's a graphic designer. And I was like, I can't believe like we just have to work a 9 to 5 the rest of our life. And I was like, I can't believe that, like, if I want to be an artist, I have to actually make art in my free time. Like, I have to find time to be an artist if I want to, like, be a creative person. So I think I just want to get more into doing activities and hobbies that are off of the phone. And I want to start shifting my mindset to, like, I don't have to be someone that texts back right away to people, because there are people that don't text back right away. I do feel like as I get older, I'll start using my phone less and less. Like, I could see that, you know, once my priorities in life change, like I have kids or my job's more important or something, like I could see myself not using my phone as much, because I can't imagine like being a mom and like brain rotting for 2 hours watching Instagram reels. Like, I feel like that's such a bad example to set for your kids. Like, I feel like when I'm a mom, which will probably be in like 10 years, which is really scary to think about, like how soon that could be. What the heck? Now I'm like getting existential. Yeah, but guys, okay, let's not talk about that anymore. But like maybe I've hope that like it won't be my whole life, that I'll have this cycle of being addicted to my phone, because I think once that stage in my life comes, I don't think I'll use my phone as much.
For sure.
What about you?
Yes. So for my phone addiction, what am I doing about it? I think that productivity is definitely the first aspect that I want to fix, because there's so many times where I'm trying to study and I'll just open up my phone first to check something quick, and then I stay on it for a little too long. So definitely fixing generic stuff like that. And then I think also, I'm glad you brought up the relationship between phone usage and creating art, because I've been thinking a lot about this one Lauryn Hill not interview, because I think it's like a speech or something, but she says that, you know, she had a very successful first album, you know, like the Miseducation of Lauryn Hill, and how a lot of people wanted her to make that second album super quickly and stuff. But she was saying, okay, if I made this first album and then, so she says, if I lived and then made this first album and then toured this album and then went straight to making the next album, when am I living? So kind of talking about how you have to actually live and experience new experiences
to make art,
create.
Yes,
exactly. And so I think that if I am spending my free time just scrolling, I'm not like, maybe I'll find inspiration on social media, but then again, I think it is the times where I'm going out, and like this weekend, you know, you went to the mountains and you were hiking or doing tea lessons or something like that. Like, it's little things like that that inspire you, and I guess help you learn about yourself and about others around you that your phone just isn't going to do. So
yeah, no, for real. Like, the most creative I've ever been was after my study abroad, because during study abroad, I had such a different routine that I did not just go on my phone after getting out of class, because since I was living on a campus again with people, like I was always hanging out with people, or like on the weekends I was always traveling, so I never had the chance to just like sit on my phone. So, and that was the most like creative and the most art I've ever made. So yeah.
Definitely. I think also on cruise ships, this past cruise we went on last Christmas, we had we didn't get like the full Wi-Fi package, whatever, which we normally don't do on cruises. We just got so one device could connect and you can kind of switch off. But a lot of times my mom is logged on because she's kind of our travel agent and she needs to like look up different excursions and stuff like that. And then also I had to work on an English research paper. So I was only connecting on my computer to just open up Google Docs and stuff like that. So I just kind of decided I don't even feel like going through the pain of switching my phone over. So I didn't use my phone on Wi-Fi at least for honestly most of the week and a half long trip. And even though I'm on a cruise ship and of course there's entertainment and that's just like the place to be without your phone, I read the entirety of the Wicked book, which is a pretty long book. I read it in 2 days, which I'm a somewhat slow reader. So that was like big for me. And I don't know, it was just super refreshing. So I think that doing more phone detoxes are good. We also did the mountain detox.
Yes, that was
2 years ago, which I thought that was really good.
I know like the best reading I've ever done has been when I'm like on vacation, because I don't want to sit on my phone on vacation. Like that's the one time where I'm like, I feel guilty. That's the one time where I feel guilty enough to like not go on my phone, is when I'm like, why would I waste my vacation on my phone? So that's when I've like done the best reading, because yeah. And usually on vacation, I guess also like I'm with my family, so I feel more like I can put my phone away, because I guess I'm like, okay, my parents can like figure something. Or I guess I like feel more comfortable. So I'm like, someone else is like taking care of you almost.
Yeah, like in a natural environment. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Any other thoughts?
I don't think so. I think we're going to have to restart the camera again.
Oh, mine I had to restart for my storage. So I have like a minute left of storage. I'm just going to start the outro.
Yeah, go ahead.
But yes, thank you guys so much for listening. Let us know what other topics you want us to cover, especially within this series of normalized addictions. Like there's AI, and then we can get even further. So that would be a lot of fun. So I hope you guys enjoyed. As always, we post every Tuesday, and you can follow us on Instagram at the Telepathy Pod for snippets, updates, and more fun stuff. So yes.
Yes. Thank you so much for listening, and we'll see you next Tuesday.
Okay, see you guys next Tuesday. Bye.
I just like really need to scroll on my phone right now, so I'm glad this is over.
I probably will do that, knowing actually it's the guilt that I'm not gonna do.
No, for real. I'm gonna go
my
cook.
phone. Who is that?
Yeah.
Yes. I'm gonna go stare at the wall for 10 minutes.
Literally.
Okay,
I'll see you guys next Tuesday. Thanks for listening.
Adios.
Adios.